Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new amazing Doctor Who news type sort of video for today. So for today's video, this is one out of two because we got a new trailer coming on at 6 o'clock, and of course all 8 episodes have been dropped. So we now know the Doctor Who title episode, what the episodes are called, and who's they're being written by and directed by. Now I'm really looking forward to this because literally this is the best thing I've been waiting for basically since the announcement for Doctor Who The Collection Season 15. I'm really looking forward to seeing Ncuti Gatwa back as the Doctor in the brand new Season 1 or Series 14, or as I like to call it, Season 40, just because it's Doctor Who, and just call it. Season 40 would be so much better, I think. So, I'm going to say what the episode titles are and who's written them, and basically what I generally think what they're going to be about. So, let's dive into it. Episode number 1 is called Space Babies, written by Russell T Davies and directed by Julia Ann Robinson. I think Julia Ann Robinson has already directed quite a few episodes of Doctor Who. I think mainly with the Whittaker and Chibnall era, I'm not 100% sure. But Space Babies, it's not a fantastic sort of title, is it? I mean, it's not like how big of a series this is going to be. I mean, if you look at episode titles from in the past, basically 2019 odd years, we got better titles. But Space Babies I'm quite looking forward to, because from the trailer, this does kind of follow on from the events after the church on Ruby Road, where Ruby walks into TARDIS and she goes, "Who are you?" "I'm the Doctor." You know, so I really think that will literally continue on from where the church on Ruby Road ended off. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. Episode number 2 is called The Devil's Chord, written by Russell T Davies, directed by Ben Shazley, and that's spelled Chessley. Devil's Chord, I think this is the musical episode with the Beatles in the 60s. So, and I think it's got the transgender woman, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, playing the villain. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what she's going to be. I'm really looking forward to this one. Out of the 2 episodes that we know what we're going to get on the 11th of May, I'm really looking forward to the second episode. And of course, now we know the title, which is The Devil's Chord, because I absolutely do like listening to the Beatles music. I do love A Yellow Submarine and some other bits and dabs from the Beatles music. So I'm quite looking forward to sitting down watching this episode. Episode number 3 is called Boom, and it is written by Stephen Moffat and it's directed by Julia Ann Robinson. So Julia Ann Robinson directs this episode as she does for the Space Babies. Now this episode I'm really quite looking forward to because it is Stephen Moffat. Yeah, okay, his era is kind of a little bit of a mixed bag. Series 5 and 10 definitely have some of the best episodes out of his showrunner, but he's got some clacking episodes in the very first Russell T Davies era. If you look at The Empty Child the Doctor Dances, you know, Girl in the Fireplace, which is starting to grow on me after a certain while. Then of course we have the Fashion Armada episode, which is basically Science in the Library and Forest of the Dead. So he has written some good episodes for Doctor Who, including Blink and Flesh and Stone, Time of Angels, and some other episodes in the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi era. So it's quite nice, and it's really nice to actually have an episode and written by Stephen Moffat once again. And of course, it is Boom. So technically, we got Russell T was back as showrunner, and we got Stephen Moffat. So if Russell T Davies does decide to leave later on down the line, I really think Moffat would take over again. So it'd basically be like a bit of history repeating itself. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. Then of course we have 73 Yards, and that is written by Russell T Davies, directed by Dylan Holmes Williams. I'm quite looking forward to this one. I'm really hoping that we kind of get more of a horror type story going on, because the one thing I think that's really missing in the Whittaker era is the very, very horror type storylines. I mean, I love horror stories. They have done so well in classic Doctor Who, and some of the modern episodes are really good as well for the horror general, like the Family of Blood episode with the Scarecrow and a bit of Series 9 for The Empty Child the Doctor Dances. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. Episode 5 is called Dot on the Bubble, and that is of course written by Russell T Davies, and it's been again directed by Dylan Holmes Williams. So I think that might be a 2-part episode. going by, it's got the same it's got the same writer, Russell T Davies, and it has got the same director, which is Dylan Holmes Williams, for those two. So I really think they might be a 2-part story, which I'm really glad that we are getting 2-parters back, because the one thing I missed during series 8, that there was no 2-parters, and series 10 only had the finale, which was a 2-parter. Technically it was a 3-parter, so we got the return of the 2-parters, which I'm quite looking forward to. Episode 6 is called Rogue, and that is written by Kate Harrington and Bonnie Redman, and it's directed by Ben Shazi again. So we got the second episode being directed by Ben, so of course he's directed the second episode, aka The Devil's Chord, I think it's called. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. Episode 7 is called The Legend of Ruby Sunday, written by Russell T Davies, directed by Jim Dougley. And then, of course, the 8th and final episode of the series is called Empire of Death, written by Russell T Davies, and it's directed by the same person who's directed the episode 7. So it looks like we've got two-parter episodes in there, which is basically with the same directors, aka Dylan Holmes Williams and Jamie Dougie, something like that, I think. So I'm quite really looking forward to that, because that is basically going to be we've got two-part episodes by the looks of it. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm not too sure on the name Space Babies for the first episode. I really think that could have been a little bit better, but I'm not really going to moan. So yeah, Doctor Who season 1 or season 40, like I like to call it, episode titles. What episodes are you looking forward to? And to be honest with you, it does look like we are getting a 2-parter. So we're getting a middle 2-parter, and then we're getting a finale of a 2-parter, which is something I'm really looking forward to. I honestly am looking forward to that, because it's going to be a fantastic 2-parter if it's written by the same writer and the same director. That's the one thing about Doctor Who I think is done so well. If it's written by if both episodes are written by the same person and directed by the same person, like they were in Classic Who, I really think they are absolutely brilliant and amazing. So let me know in the comments what do you think of the episode titles, and join me for Doctor Who, the trailer for season 1 or season 20 or season 40. Thank you for watching.